Hey guys, Dennis here, Muddy Water Search and Recovery, and I want to talk a little bit more about the Alonzo Brooks case. First, I'm going to kind of discuss the first autopsy that was performed on Alonzo shortly after they had found his body. The autopsy was performed by a Dr. Eric Mitchell, medical examiner. And the first autopsy showed no penetrating injuries, no fractures, no blunt force trauma, etc. Due to what was called animal damage, it couldn't be determined if Alonzo Brooks had been strangled or if he had drowned or anything along those lines. It was reported that all of the soft tissue was gone. The cause of death, therefore, was undetermined. A member of the family said that when his body was let me stop for just a second. If you go in and you type in Alonzo Brooks Unsolved Mysteries here on YouTube and watch the Unsolved Mysteries episodes, a member of the family said that Alonzo's body was not bloated. His complexion looked normal. His wallet and personal belongings were still on him intact, including his money, which basically rules out a robbery, anything like that. It has been mentioned that Alonzo may have been kept in a freezer after he had died. The medical examiner kind of stated on Unsolved Mysteries, that episode, that, this is possible. He did see some signs that could lead to be stored in a freezer, but he said there was basically not enough evidence to say that he for sure was put in a freezer. But Alonzo Brooks, he went missing on April 3rd of 2004. On April 7th of 2004, the Kansas Bureau of Investigations, or the KBI, they took over the case. They used search dogs and a helicopter. They also searched the creek that runs through the party on which the property of which the party took place. On April 12th, the Lee Summit Rescue and Dive Team searched the creek. These guys, I've said it before, this is one of the best teams in the country, very good at what they do. And they reported that the creek was only about 3 foot deep in its deepest areas. They could see the bottom of the creek all the way down it, and they cleared the creek, including the brush in and around the creek. 1 month later, after being told by the sheriff not to search the property and to stop calling, let the sheriff's department call you, the family got the okay to conduct their own search on the property. Some family and friends conducted the search, and they found Alonzo Brooks deceased, laying in the creek approximately 200 feet from the house that hosted the party. And I believe they said this was like 30 minutes into the search. What that tells me was Alonzo was not laying there this entire time. Exposed to the elements, he would have been in a lot worse shape than what the family member had reported. And if he was there in the creek, I am 100% confident the Lee Summit search team would have found him, or the KBI would have found him. They had search dogs on this property around this creek and did not find him. The theory about the freezer. There is a lot of speculation about that. At this point, obviously, I cannot say yes or no. I believe this is very likely a possibility. I know it's a possibility. I believe this is very likely. I am still hoping to get in contact with members of the family and with some of his friends and sit down and talk with them, or even on the phone, If any of you were friends with Alonzo or related to Alonzo Brooks, please reach out to me. I would love to talk to you about this case and see what we can do to continue further helping you find answers. We will be continuing to look into this on our end. We have a lot of information to continue going through, and we're adding more information to it continuously. I know law enforcement did say that they conducted hundreds of interviews and they done several polygraphs, and nothing's come of it. Our next episode, hopefully I'm able to talk to some of the friends and family beforehand to confirm some things, but we will be discussing some of the obstacles they faced as well as other information on this case. So our thoughts and prayers definitely go out to Alonzo Brooks' family. All this time without any answers as to what happened that cost Alonzo Brooks his life. I couldn't imagine going through that. So our thoughts and prayers are with you, and we will do everything we can to help you find answers on this case. So till next time, you guys stay safe, and let's do what we can to help this family find answers.